Kapow, 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 kapow. Folks, welcome to the late night show here at Talk TV Media Network. This is the early morning show for those of you who are in Liberia. But this is a late night show for those of us who are here in the diaspora, here in America, or in Europe. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Follow Samalu. I see you live. And many of you who are watching right now, welcome to the show. Welcome. You know, I can't never stop thanking you all because it is for you. That's why we are here. Without you, there is no way we'll be sitting here. But welcome to the show. As you all are already aware, some of you, it was yesterday. Some of us, it is still today. So we call it today from our end, tomorrow. For you, it's yesterday. I'm talking about Saturday. The day that the rescue team had to go out parading all the streets of Monrovia. Not just Monrovia, but around the country. Maryland, Lofa, Foya, Nimba, Zedro, wherever. That's what it looks like. It was crazy. And for those of you who are in Liberia, today will be the CDC Day. But I'm not here to talk about the CDC right now because their event is yet to take place. I'm here to talk about reflections. That has to do with what has already transpired, what has already taken place. November 11th. What do you see? What was your expectation? The turnout, whatever you saw. Whatever you saw. Is that something that you anticipated? Was that something that you expected? I know it's late in Africa. To be more specific, in Liberia. But what was your expectation? The enormous crowds that you saw, that all of us saw, that came out in support of the rescue train, in support of Joseph Newman Boakai. Did it supersede your expectation? When the people speak, when the masses speak, it becomes the voice of God. And that is why I'm here. What's your position? In fact, regardless, irrespective of your position, whether you are sedition or you are going to vote pro-sedition or unity partisan, I'm here to be that voice in the middle. That voice in the middle that will bring reason, that will challenge your reason, that will speak truth to power. That is why I'm here at Talk TV Media Network. Reflections of today's events for Unity Party. What's on your mind? Call in and participate. The lines are open, folks. The lines are open. What do you see in the parade today that I did not see? What is it that you saw that I couldn't see? It is quite evident that you and I could be looking at one picture, 2 or 3 or 10 people, and the way we see that one picture will be different, will vary. I saw a different picture of the rescue train today. Maybe a lot of you could not see that because in this day and age of social media, where people repetition is being tarnished, where people with character repetition is being tarnished and destroyed. When you listen to Costa talking about Joseph Numa Boakai, he can't even go for 20, 30 minutes. He got to go to the bathroom. Say he got to use the bathroom. We saw Joseph Numa Boakai today. 3 to 4 hours on that train. If there's somebody that can just go somewhere to use the bathroom every 5 minutes or every 5 seconds, I think it was going to be quite evident for a lot of you guys to see it because Spoon Network was live on them. They were right. They were there. And that is why I felt like Henry Pedro Costa made a grave mistake. A mistake that he will regret in his lifetime. Because whatever he's trying to swing around, mud, or trying to throw around, is not going to make anything any different. It's not going to change anything. Because the voters have decided. Now, people, let me take out a hat so you can see me clear. Because I've been using a hat all day. Let me look better so y'all can see me. If Henry Pedro Costa is going to sit out there and castigate and show invoices and show all the nonchalant and nonsensical nonsense, you know what that says about him? He's worthless and he's not someone to trust. Because what makes a man a real man is when you and I talk behind closed doors and we say, let this stay here. It stays there. And nothing comes out of it. If I ever bring it out, that means I'm not mad enough. So when you hear the word, man can't talk all. But to see man, I say man can't talk all. He talking all. He not man. The only thing that made him man is the totoda between his legs. But you and I know what makes a man a man. Your words must precede your actions. Your words, what you say and what you do, should work in alignment. That's what makes you a man. But that's not what the show is about tonight. I just felt like, clearing that out of the way. But reflections. Today we saw enormous crowds. Let me show you a little bit of what I'm talking about. Look at this. This is today. Flomo Livingston, welcome to the show. Loyola Fleming, welcome to the show. Thomas Yola, welcome to the show. Follow Samuel, welcome. All of you. These crowds, this is not the day Joseph Numa Boaka and the Unity Party was launching and naming the vice presidential pick on Broad Street. This is today. This is recent. Because if it was the day that Joseph Numa Boaka was naming his vice presidential pick, when you look among those crowds, you're going to see two fingers, because at that point he was number 2. But now you see he's number 1 on the ballot box. And all you have to do is, he's the only number 1 on the ballot box. He and Jeremiah Cohn. Go and vote. Look at this. You see the one finger pointing? It's the same Broad Street. Enormous. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Thousands of people. In Monrovia today. So the National Election Commission, we are telling you, they should tell you if you have a blind eye to watch. Whatever you have to do. If you don't play your cards right, if you don't play it right, independent, you're going to have the country in chaos. You're going to have the country in chaos. Because the voice of the people, the masses, the people have spoken. And they continue to speak until the day of elections, which is November 14. And guess what? I'm not the one who's saying this. Not the first lady, but the vice president of the country is reinforcing that at least this time around, look at it. Let's give it. It says, we agree. We agreed. Let our father go for the presidency. Runoff, November 14. Joy Howard Taylor. So all that thing she doing, campaigning in Bon County and all that stuff for Jowea, blah, 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 this and that. Deep down in your heart, she is praying and wishing that Joseph Numa Boaka become president because it will bring a lot of relief to her. Because Joseph Numa Boaka can in no way find his way to go to Lofa or Foya without not passing through Bon County. Meaning, if Bon County is destroyed along the way en route to Lofa, Joseph Numa Boaka will be forced to fix it. Now, I mean, they want to put it out. That vice president, Joe Howard Taylor, put it there. Look at this. Broad Street. Somebody is saying, in fact, let me bring it on the screen. Because if I read it, FOIA, someone is saying FOIA is completely packed within national securities, LMP, LDA, NSA, LRS, and so on. Okay. I'm not talking about FOIA right now. FOIA will take care of his problem. Because the sons of FOIA, those who call themselves Kissy, KISSR, or however you may spell it, GISSR or KISSR, they want to bring disgrace onto themselves. So if that's what they want to do, let them go ahead. That is not my prerogative. That's not. Let's level them. That's not my prerogative. They want to intimidate the masses, the voting populace of Foya District. That is level them. But here at Talk TV Media Network, one thing is for sure, is to be that beacon of hope, to be that voice for the voiceless, to speak truth to power, irrespective of what political alignment that you may have. Whether you're from the UP side, you're from the opposition side, we are here to point out the ills in society, to say when somebody bad, call it bad. Because that is what's missing in today's journalism. They get what they call kato, meaning brown envelope, or bribe, whatever you may call it, and it shuts them from speaking the truth. It shuts them off. But Talk TV Media is not like that because thankfully, to God, we are not aligned with any political party or politician or figure. We are self-funded. These are young men and women who have decided to sacrificially devote their time, their energy, and everything to making sure that Talk TV Media Network thrives. Folks, I have the lines open. You want to come on tonight on the show with me? As a matter of fact, let me put an invite link right into the comment section because there's a lot to talk about tonight. Anybody who wants to come up to talk anything, welcome to the show. Let the people hear you. If your comments will make sense or no sense, it's left with you. It's not on Talk TV, but because we are that voice for the voiceless, we give people the freedom. I have the link right in the comment section. All you need to do is click on that link and you'll be live on the show with me. The judicial system here in the United States is in full swing, completely at work. Why? The former United States President, Donald J. Trump, as many of you are fully aware, is going through a lot of court cases, court hearings, which tells you that no one is above the law. No one. No matter your fame or how much money you have or estates you build, quote unquote development, the system will hold you accountable. The system works. Let's fast track. Not so well with Liberia. In Liberia, if you're the best thief that know how to steal, you are hailed and praised by the population or communities that you're too smart. When you steal, when you embezzle, they hail you and they promote you. The other way around. When will this stop? What can we do as a nation, as a people, to fight the ills of society where someone who is internationally known to be corrupted, who has been proven to steal the natural resources of the country, prosecuted, and that person is elected back in government to steer the state of affairs of government. Only God can help Mama Liberia. Only God. Liberia is at a crossroads, and you have 2 days from now. Hold on, Sunday and Tuesday. No, Monday. Tuesday, all Liberians will be going at a polling station to cast their ballot. And every well-meaning Liberian, I want you to go with this in your mind. Reflection, reflection, reflection. I want you to reflect the 6 years of George Manawiya. What has it done? I want you to reflect on the killings of 3 boys at St. Moses Funeral Home, whose investigation is still in limbo. I want you to reflect as you go to the ballot box. The 6 auditors. Reflection is very key, very, very important. When you reflect in your life, past and present, it helps you to be on the right path of life. Reflection. Are you reflecting, Liberians? Are you? Oh, God. Help my Liberia, my people. There's a lot I have to talk about. Sometimes the messages that we have speaks volumes. So let me play.
Liberia stands at a crossroad. We've witnessed the mistakes of leaders like Jacob Zuma, Donald Trump, and Mobutu Sese Seko. But now, history is repeating itself. George Weah's leadership echoes these mistakes. Corruption, incompetence, womanizing, violent tendencies, and a stubborn backwardness define his tenure. Our people suffer, dreams fade, and our potential is stifled. Yet, there's hope. There is a better path forward. Joe Boykai, JNB, Uncle Joe, stands for integrity, competence, progress, and inclusivity.
The country has gone backward in every area. Is our corruption stealing with impunity? A country that is on autopilot because there's no leadership, and we cannot continue to risk the future of unborn generation.
Act now for a Liberia free from the grip of corruption and incompetence. Let's reshape our destiny. Join Joe Boykai's movement, and together, let's rebuild Liberia's future. Think Liberia. Love Liberia. Build Liberia.
Joseph Boykai said the country is on autopilot. Autopilot. What does that mean? Autopilot. You know, when you're flying a 747 jumbo jet, when you are in the skies, flying a 747 jumbo jet, wherein it is 41 or 42 or 43, 44 feet above sea level in the skies. When you look down on Earth, you see human beings and buildings just like birds. They look like birds, small, tiny stuff. When you are in that space, that high, and a pilot who is flying that aircraft, in most cases, there are two pilots flying. So when you see one come out to you, come out to those who are flying, there is always one in the cockpit. When you put that plane, that jet, on autopilot, meaning it's just flying by itself, they have set what we call a projector, meaning they can see far off. All is technology. Autopilot. And it's flying. When it's set it on autopilot, the pilot who is in charge leaves the control and comes out to ease himself in the bathrooms or to just commune or entertain himself with the passengers and stuff while it's flying by itself. Autopilot means the plane, the aircraft is flying at that point in moment, it's flying by itself. Nobody is at controls. Somebody is there, but nobody's touching anything. It's just flying. And in that moment, if you make a mistake, once it's flying by itself, if there's a mountain in front of it, it could collapse. It could run right into a turbulence or whatever. That is what Joseph Numa Boykai said. When a country who is run by people who are novices, who do not understand the intricacies of running a government, or what a government, or how a government should be run, it is on autopilot. Completely on autopilot, meaning it can crash anytime. It can crash anytime, any moment. That is what that means, autopilot. This is not what we want for Mama Liberia. Because Liberians are suffering. And Liberia is crying for a change. Liberia is crying for a hope, a new hope. Liberia is crying for a better direction. Unfortunately, we have our religious leaders who are so money-driven and greed-driven that majority of them have been bought with money. The very bishops and pastors that stand on their pulpits and preach about the love of money. The love of money is the root of all evil. Those are the same bishops and pastors who have fallen victims. They are fallen victims of the same message. All messages that they continue to preach. They have compromised the integrity of the pulpit because they feel when they see what we call mammon, mullah, money, kani, they will never pass that temptation. So we have the society, the Liberian society has embellished itself, has involved itself, the religious community into money making instead of preaching the gospel, the true gospel of Jesus Christ. Why am I attacking all these different topics tonight? It's simple. If you don't agree with me, call in. If you agree with me, call in. The number is at the bottom of the screen. In fact, let me put the number on a real big screen because this is very, very significant. It's very important. The Liberians, if we don't speak, if we don't stand up and speak the truth or speak truth to power, Liberia will not go anywhere. That is the number on the screen. It's a WhatsApp number and USA number. Those of you who have access, you can call in. But I'm here as Liberians are getting prepared to go to the ballot bags, to the polling station to vote. The choice, whomever or whoever they decide to choose. The least the government of Liberia can do is to disenfranchise them, is to deny them their votes, is to manipulate their votes. That is the least, my people. We are better than that. Oh God. Trouble. Why the man say, me I let trouble. Me I let trouble.
I don't want peace. I want problems always. God have mercy upon us.
Don't run! Put it there! Don't run!
I don't want peace. I want problems always. God have mercy upon us.
Don't run! Put it there! Don't run! Hey!
I don't want peace. I want problems always. God have mercy upon us.
Don't run! Put it there! Don't run! Hey!
I don't want peace. I want problems always. God have mercy upon us. I don't want peace. I want problems.
I don't want peace. I want problems. I don't want peace. I want problems. And this is what's going on. Most Liberians don't want peace. They want problems. And guess what? We are on the right path. We want peace. We don't want problems. So in order for us to have peace, free the votes. Let the people exercise their freedom. Don't intimidate them. I always tell the people that elections are not corrupt on the day of elections, but before. There's a lot of things that takes place before the day of elections, and that is what corrupt the system. That's how cheating takes place. When you are exercising voter intimidation, that's one aspect. Voter fraud. Voter fraud. You're intimidating. You're showing up in the street with military arms, heavily armed security presence. Like what's happening in Foya. You are intimidating the people. And that is uncalled for. And I hope the international community is watching, because what just happened a few days ago in Lofa and Foya, with our representative moving and marching in Foya, he's moving and marching more than the president of Liberia, probably far more than the president of the United States. 30 vehicles convoy with heavy military armed security personnel. Why? People may ask, why is that all about? Because even Judge Weah don't move like that. What's going on? You're scaring and you're running your own people out of your own district. How's that going to help you for the next 6 years? You've already clinched the position of representative. That's what I'm talking about. How is that going to help you? You got what you wanted. You voted for it. You got it. So because of Jowea, you putting your neck on the line to destroy your own people, your own culture, your own district because of someone else. And someone talked about in the comment section, let me see. Someone talks about, let me bring it on the screen. I'm very disappointed in CPP ANC for endorsing CDC. That's Flomo Livingstone. Flomo, you're not in the same boat alone by yourself. A lot of people are. The reason I get it, I understand why you are disappointed and many other people. I get it. And I know the very, very ANC people, CPP, ANC people understand that. But the worst thing that they have done is their endorsement of CDC is evident, clearly evident, that they have endorsed Kush in the country. They have endorsed drugs coming into the country. That they have endorsed secret killings in the country. That they have endorsed the justice system that can be led by the executive branch of government. They have endorsed all of that. They have endorsed so many things, the ills of society that are suffering the Liberian people. That is what ANC, CPP have done by endorsing CDC. The thing that amazes me a lot is, with all of this, it's so simple, folks. Very easy, very simple. Because it happens here. Killings takes place here in America, right? Where a lone wolf who has an AR-15 will go and shoot and kill people. But so long it has to do with the loss of lives, the President Joe Biden, sometimes will drive, will take a flight there, or go there and console those who are mourning the loss, or speak against it on national media. You can go and watch that. It's worldwide. Even just a few weeks ago, a week ago, when we saw in Maine, when a lone wolf with an AR-15 got mad and got out there and killed 18 people. People who were out there having their good time with their families and children and loved ones. He just went out there and shot and killed 18 people. President Joe Biden spoke about it. He regretted and consoled those families and promised that justice would be done. That is the only way you can have a closure. When justice is served, you will have a closure, folks. Let's go back to Liberia. The people, the family members of those 3 missing boys, there's no closure. The president, George Weah, cannot speak about it. The 6 auditors, he cannot speak about it. Accidents and secret killings taking place, the president cannot speak about it. So you see, when the people say he is in a know of what's taking place, that is the only sole reason why people are accused. George Weah is a good man. But the fact that when he sees evil, he's not strong of a man enough to call it evil, that is a problem. Call it spade a spade. When it's wrong, call it is wrong. When people who are working under you in government are corrupt and you cannot even fire them or let them go or punish them or prosecute them, you are telling the world that you are agreeing with their actions. You are in agreement with whatever they are doing. Folks, that is what makes Judge Weah a weak leader. That is what makes him incapable of running the state of affairs of the country. The same thing applies to the ANC, standard bearer, Alexander Cummings. Because everything he spoke against, everything he championed against, everything he campaigned against, at the end of the day, he's out of the race. It's very evident, very easy. It's not a rocket science for him to just endorse. But for him to sit on the sideline, he's going to be sitting on the sideline until the end of his career, and he will never. I am very careful of using the word never, because the word never belongs to God, folks. But Alexander Cummings, without not endorsing, knowing how crucial these elections are and the crossroad that Liberia stands. After this, it will be difficult for him to ever be a president or a leader to run the state of affairs in Liberia. Mark my word, he will be like G. Bacchus Matthews. He will end up becoming just like them. Because when decisions are called to order, when you cannot take a side, when you are indecisive, you are not a good leader. When you are struggling in between two decisions, what part to stay in, what area to be on, you are not a good leader. You have to take a side. You have to take a side. You have to take a stand, even if you have to stand alone. That is the problem with ANC. So let him. Alexander Cummings' political career for Liberia after these elections is dead. It's dead. That's it. And Henry Costa, all the blah, 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 trying to denigrate and desecrate people who have a high moral competence, people who are highly respected in society. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to make any difference. He's just destroying himself as well. But I had a good time watching all the rescue train today. When I watched for 4 to 5 hours of Joseph Numa Boaka on that rescue train, along with the third place finisher, Appleton, and Lucini Camara, the fourth place. All of them were on the train yesterday, waving number 1. And people in numbers, crazy. That message has been sent to the government. If you steal these elections, with whatever you are doing behind the scenes, you are plunging the country back into chaos. And that is not what any Liberian is praying for. Yes, you have all your mentions bill in Ghana and other countries, South Africa. You could easily fly out and you go live there and see the Liberian people suffer. But you will lose too. You will lose. You have some investment and some interest in Liberia, you will lose. Because wherever war is, everybody is at risk. And we're not praying for that. We're praying for peace. We're praying for peace. 14 years of war. All we want is peace.
Vote number 1. Vote number 1. For passing on the ballot paper. Vote number 1. JB and Jeremiah. Vote number 1. For passing on the ballot paper. Vote number 1. JB and Jeremiah. Vote number 1. Mr. Mayor. Monari be that. It says they are suffering on a finio. Move on here, we are muya. Move on here, we are muya. Gay says, yeah, you are merrymaking. We gay says, yeah, you brought all hardship. Gay says, yeah, you are dancing buka. We gay says, yeah, you took it to smoke. So move on here, we are muya. That is a system of criminals we talking to. That them brought a push. That they kill the auditors. They won't go, say we don't want to see it again. The American lie at them, American steal at them, attacking people at them, they killing people at them. For Bobby can move from being a friend of Motuna. Okay, Chase, okay, Chase, okay, Chase, okay, Chase, okay, Chase, okay, Chase, okay. Move on here, we are moving. Move on here, we are moving. Gay says, yeah, you are merrymaking. We gay says, yeah, you brought all hardship. Gay says, yeah, you are testing buka. We gay says, yeah, you took it to smoke. So move on here, we are moving. That is system criminals we talking to. That ain't body push. That ain't kill all they thoughts. Move on yeah, we are muya. Move on yeah, we are muya. Get you says yeah, you are merry making. We get you says yeah, you bought all hardship. Get you says yeah, you are testing buka. We get you says yeah, you took it to smoke. So move on yeah, we are muya. That is system criminals we talking to. That ain't body push. That ain't kill all they thoughts.
Everybody vote for Waga, yeah. Vote for Waga, yeah. Vote for Waga, yeah. Vote for Waga, yeah.
Vote number one, JB and Jeremiah. Vote number one.
We tired with the drugs, we tired with the push, we tired with your killing. Where are the roads that you promised us? The Bali Island, the overhead bridge.
6,000 teachers for Nigeria.
No freedom of speech, no food to eat. So move on,
yeah, we are muya. Move on, yeah, we are muya. Get you says, yeah, you are merry making. We get you says, yeah, you brought all hardship. Get you says, yeah, you are testing buka. We get you says, yeah, you took it to smoke. So move on, yeah, we are muya. That is system criminals we talking to. That ain't body push. That ain't kill all they thoughts. They won't go. Say we don't want to see it again. The American lad at them, American steal at them, attacking people at them, they killing people at them. I said they okay, chassis, okay, chassis, okay, chassis, okay, chassis, okay, chassis, okay. Phone number one, for passing on the ballot, phone number one. JB and Jeremiah, phone number one.
In the air,
One finger in the air,
in the air,
one finger in the air,
in the air,
one finger in the air.
in the air.
Phone number one. Phone number one, Joseph Parker and Jeremiah. Phone number one. Phone number one, Joseph Parker and Jeremiah. In the air, one finger in the air, in the air, one finger in the air, in the air, one finger in the air, in the air, one finger in the air,
Makawa window. Joseph Parker window. Joseph Parker window. Are you ready?
Phone number one, for passing on the ballot, phone number one. JB and Jeremiah, phone number one, for passing on the ballot, phone number one. JB and Jeremiah, phone number one.
Lenen ferie vele nande na kwatangolo pose ve.
Manyuna ye tom do valie. Kanum do ya twal pepe.
Lenen da demunum ni adiam do ya jeni.
Mek ya ni nando.
Nya shanu lunjo pengi chengen to nambe.
On kanu dia no pepe.
So be wan la no chali. Nyuna kala. Ai ma kala pe twala ndo atu Facebook taw. Kolo mako download de pile mbo ka unu be gbe ye ma kala ni. Ba. Oh mema wa yika. Chiho wana mako wa chuboten nano.
Tonya keke mbetu ya dinula balide. Ye ini kola nimte. Ngafa na raba.
Ve pumbolo gesi na mai inokuwa.
To the man talking beside me. You know, he can't keep quiet 1 minute himself. And then when I put a camera on him, he will not say nothing. I can guarantee. This is Carol Ann from Canada. Good morning, Liberia. I got a surprise for you today, but he already messed up. Now my big brother got it. Oh, look at here. Look at here. And you see him?
Whatsoever we come and do, let we start.
I've been after him for days now. Come on now, I'm talking to Liberian people. Okay, so whatsoever we do, we be sorry. Okay, we'll get out of the car, we will go somewhere, and we'll come back to you now. Okay, now we have reached the park place where we are going to walk about. Anyway, let me turn this camera around now so you can see my brother, because he's the one for today.
Hey.
Okay, so here we're back, both of us on the same side of the camera now. The thing I wanted to say when I first started doing these videos, it was so hard on me because I said, what? Who am I to be talking to Liberian English, singing Bassa song? I don't know Bassa self. All of y'all know that now. Anyway, you lie. It's very hard. So, okay, so you want me to say something?
Ouais, yo hallo.
I meant in Bassa.
Be moyo, I said be wo. Yadi, body wo yai. They can't hear me.
Oh, they can hear you for sure.
I can't hear them.
No, that's the problem, you see. Carry on more. Let's have more.
Well, I don't have a whole lot to say. I was in Liberia as a teacher from 1980 to 1990.
So, folks, let me remove this so you know what I'm talking about. You see that? Very important. In 2 days, you'll be making a very, very important decision at the ballot box. Nothing should scare you. Go and vote. Get out in mass numbers. Vote for the candidate of your choice. Vote for someone. There are only 2 people in this race. The scripture says, choose ye this day whom you will serve. At the same time, the scripture did not just say, choose ye this day. He gives you the choice, the right choice. And after God gave you the right choice, he let you to decide. He gives you the ability to decide. Choose Satan or choose God. Choose hell or choose heaven. But God said, choose heaven. It will be better for you to choose heaven. But you do the choosing. If you're happy with what you have experienced and what you have seen for the past 6 years under George Manawia, vote for him. He's a Liberian. There are people that believe in his vision. If you believe that there can be a better alternative than George Weah, and at that ballot box, on that ballot box, is Joseph Nyuma Boakai against George Weah, then vote for Joseph Nyuma Boakai. That's why the Liberian people say, move from here with your muyai. 6 years, we gave you 6 years. Nothing came out of it. Now, we only get 2 days to make the all-important decision. You want to get all big or rest? You want to get all motorcycle? You want to get all car? It will not work. Because when you get all one motorcycle and we give you 6 years, out of that 6 years, you can buy 50 motorcycles. When you get all one bag of rice, we take that one bag of rice and we'll vote for you. For 6 years, you can get 1,000 plus bag of rice out of that one bag of rice that you are giving us. Common sense wisdom, folks. It's not a rocket science. It's just common sense. And my prayer is that Liberians will have that full understanding. The thing that amazes me and sometimes it shocks me is this: that people who are highly respected, even colleagues and friends and buddies of mine, that have good paying jobs, under the Madam Johnson, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration and Joseph Walker administration. Most of them have turned into professional beggars. And I could not be the only one saying that. But a lot of you out there, no. Because of the hardship, because of the direction in which the country is heading, you sit down over there, only the few, the elite, few, those who are embezzling and stealing the nation's resources, those are the only one profiting. Instead of creating an atmosphere, an environment where Liberians can work, where Liberians, the human soul's development, can work. Liberians are not beggars. We are hardworking people. And all they are asking is for a better working environment. Give the Liberian man good roads, and he will make more farms. Give him electricity, and he will open more industries. Reflections. That's it. A lot. That's it. And all we want is when we travel into our neighboring countries or in Europe or in the Americas, we like what we see as officials of government, but we are at the point where we have to make those calls, those shots, and those decisions, but we don't. We travel overseas for better hospital care, health care, but we cannot create that and establish that in our own country, even though we are the one in power to call those shots. That's a shame. Move from here with your muya. Buga dancing. The Buga dance is not what's going to save that pregnant woman who is dying at the hospital just because of lack of drugs. You go to a hospital, they diagnose you, you pay all that money, and they bring a blank slip to you. The hospital said, I get money. Now you have to take that blank slip, walk out of the hospital, go to a nearby pharmacy or somewhere in town and go buy their own drugs, bring it to the hospital, and you are treated. What kind of country have we found ourselves in? What kind of country is that? What part of planet Earth are we living on? Are we not in sync or in tune with reality anymore? Are we not in sync with reality? With truth? Just practical. Just practical. Practical guidelines for healthcare. That you get sick in Liberia, you worry. Especially those of you who have your diplomatic passports, and those of you who have the passports, American citizens to fly out of the country. You worry. You don't want to be treated in your own country. You want to run out of there just from a mosquito bite, malaria or fever. Simple. We need to rebuild that trust. We need to re-equip the government infrastructures. Move from here with your muya, because your muya is not saving lives. That's it. Your muya is not saving lives. I'm here from Mama Liberia. Anybody that stands in the way of that, you become a target. You become an enemy. Where is the justice system? When crimes are committed and people are adjudicated and they go through the due process of law, nothing comes out of it. You see all the evidence, everything, evidence. Because when you are in a court of law, when in a judicial system, the one who has the evidence written on paper has the case. That's not Liberia. You can have all your evidence on paper, everything, but the one who has the money wins the day, wins the case. That hinders investors from coming into the country. Because these people, before they come with millions and millions of dollars to invest in the country, they do their survey, they do their feasibility study, they research, they do their due diligence, fact findings. When you open a large company where you have 60, 100 plus employees and there's a problem and you are being sued, do you have that justice system that will stand firmly on the law to execute? Or you have a justice system that is being bribed, corrupt, because there's some big shot that works in government who has interest in that case? Simple. We are better than that. The Bay Mountain case, where millions and millions and millions of dollars are embezzled, stolen out of the country, but with the involvement of the government, because they are getting a lot of money out of that. A citizen of Grand Cayman went to plead, to protest, and got killed, beaten, stepped on. A Liberian citizen who just stood Capitol Hill to protest, in front of the mansion, protest, to stand up, not being violent, but just to protest and say, this is not good for our country. And security forces in the higher ups, people that protects the president, are stepping on that child, on that young man to death. This is what we talk here at Talk TV Media Network. I just don't talk because of talking. You watch the video. Watch the video yourself. Courtesy, Mame, Abdullah Mame.
Watch this video. Like George Floyd in America, we're crying, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. This young guy from Grand Cayman County was crying, I want to speak, I want to speak. He and his friends had come to speak against Bear Mountain Company that operates in Grand Cayman. The company reportedly takes over 500 million worth of gold every year from Grand Cayman. But the people in Cayman live in extreme poverty. No safe drinking water. The company polluted their water. They took their land to mine gold, so they have limited means to go and do their farming. Bear Mountain has failed to provide what it promised them, including constructing clinics and providing safe drinking water. But the government just this week agreed to extend Bear Mountain operation in the county for additional 25 years, neglecting the complaint of the people, but not only attempting to kill their children who came to present their argument. The security officer you see stepping on this bald head that is oozing with blood is a member of George Weah Executive Protection Force. But Weah will take no action against this officer. The situation left with the people of Cape Mount. This is how George Weah Security treated your son when he came to speak about the millions of gold the government and Bear Mountain taking out of your county. Watch the video and see how your sons were treated only because they raised a legitimate concern about resources leaving from Grand Cayman County and no benefit going to the people.
If I were just to talk, you would say I'm lying, but I have to give you the evidence. You see what I'm talking about? There is not a lot I can say about that. But this is what I get to say before I take leave of you. This is what I get to say because that video spoke volumes. And this is, after watching that, this is what you need to stand for. This is what you need to rise for. This is what you ought to do at the ballot box Tuesday. This is why those of you in the diaspora need to call your relatives and friends and colleagues and family members to vote for what is right. This.
The people cry, oh. The people cry, oh. You better leave it. The people cry, oh. I can't praise again. The people cry, oh. The people suffering, oh. The people suffering, oh. You better leave it, oh. The people suffering, oh. The people suffering, oh. The country bleeding, oh. Amen. The country suffering, oh. Living, the people suffering, oh. The people suffering, oh. Yes, the llamas cry, oh, in her grave. Hey, Abba Yeshua cry, oh, in his grave. The people cry, oh, oh. You better listen, oh. The people cry, oh, oh. Matthew Innes cry, oh, in his grave. The auditors cry, oh, in their grave. The people cry, oh, oh. The people cry, oh, oh. Martin is what cry, oh, in his grave. Princess Cooper cry, oh, in her grave. Leave it, oh. The people cry, oh, oh. Better listen, oh. The people cry, oh, oh. Better leave it, the people cry, oh, oh. Mama cry, oh. The people cry, oh, oh. Papa cry, oh. The people cry, oh, oh. The students cry, yeah. The people cry, oh, oh. Everybody's suffering, oh. The people cry, oh, oh. The people cry, oh, oh. The people cry, oh, oh. You better leave it, oh. The people cry, oh, oh. The people cry, oh, oh. The people suffering, oh, oh. The people suffering, oh, oh. You better leave it, oh. The people suffering, oh, oh. The people suffering, oh, oh. The country bleeding, oh, oh. Amen. The country suffering, oh, oh. Living, the people suffering, oh, oh. The people suffering, oh, oh.
Hi, I'm Joseph Nyimaboka Sr. This is me. I speak Mende fluently. I speak Creole. I speak.
You sabi talk Creole.
Boy. What you want me to teach you?
I am.
And the delegation was Mrs. Boka and her.
Right.
They came to beg, and at that time I was attending the university, and I could see that she had a crush on me. I tell you, July 29 will make me 50 years married.
50 years married.
To the same woman, yeah, and 40 years in this very house. Yeah. And that's how I met Ellen Johnson Shirley, because her two children, Charles and Jess, who died, they were at the dorm.
Is it safe to say it was as a result of that connection that catapult into you serving as a vice president?
It started a relationship. I never gave them 3 years.
You won't do that. You serve for your
I didn't give it to. I said 1 term.
1 term.
Unless where they reduce the term to 3 years.
Okay.
How do you know the car is a race car? If he parked in the garage, it should be put on the racetrack. So it means that I was vice president. Vice president role is defined But when I'm president, you will see who Joe Walker is. I think the first time would be to set an agenda for people to know that this country can become a better country for all by example. That's all I want to do. I never shy away from. I want truth. I will not lie to you, so I tell you, I don't hide from it.
Bring your money or eat it because they'll be bringing money to divide. But anybody that will bring money to divide, they're not in your interest tomorrow. They will say, I pay for that food. Ain't you not here before? Yeah. So they bring their money here, you eat it. That free money, that stolen money. Because nothing you wife have for you, just take and divide it like that. You own the money for get divide. That money what you wife for. A people should not be bribing people for vote. You should come and talk to your citizens, explain to them what you would like to do, and then ask them for the vote. If they can't bribe you, tomorrow you will not see you. But the men used to come.
Those who voted for change must have now realized that the president they voted for has kept this country paralyzed. If you voted for him, but you're also feeling the pain, I hope you do your best to see it never happens again. Are you waiting for the change? You'll be waiting in vain. I don't think that this government employed anybody with brain. It's only gonna get worse, and the truth is you can't complain. For the suffering and all the pain, you only have yourself to blame. We should have never voted a candidate without a certificate.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame.
Senator Jeremiah Pankun. Rescue 2. And not forgetting the rescue mother, Senator Nyomli Kanga Lawrence. What's that? Hiya. Now, fellow citizens, come on board the rescue train. No fighting. Single fact, single fact, single fact, single fact, single fact, single fact. JMB and JKK all the way. And it is rescue time. I will now ask you what time it is. And you will respond. Oh, what time it is now?
It is rescue time.
What time is it? Oh,
It is rescue time.
what time is it?
It is rescue time.
What time is it? Oh,
It is rescue
Mommy, come there. What time is it?
It is rescue
Get
time.
now. What time is it? Oh,
It is
what's
rescue
going on
time.
there? What time is it now?
It is rescue
Maserado, what time is it now?
It is rescue time.
Magidi, what time is it now?
This coming voting will come and go for. It will be between two parties, so.
Yes, so. And we come and go vote again.
Sacre so, will come and vote.
But this other voting part, Papa Joseph Nyoma Bwaka will win it clear.
Claire, I agree with you. The Pape will win. But the way I look at you, you don't even know the number Pape Bwake is on or the voting paper say.
I beg you, yeah. Who tell you so? He is on number 1 on the voting paper. With Jeremiah Pankun. Press him.
What you get it correct, yeah, my sister. He is on number 1 on this other voting we come and do. You will see 2 men sitting side by side. Joseph Nyoma Bwake and Jeremiah Pankun. If you go vote, you will see red side Jeremiah Pankun. That replace the voting box air. You must vote red inside that box. But take time so your vote will be correct. Mark only in the box, don't pass it.
Yes, so I will vote inside the first box right near Jeremiah Kun. I will make sure that no ink on my finger will touch anywhere on the ballot paper.
Thank you.
Except in the box read by Jeremiah Kun. And I will make sure my line will not cross the box.
Thank you. The United Party Rescue Mission is ready to win this election. Clear, my people. Let we share our kolo. Let's vote Joseph Nyoma Bwake and Jeremiah Pankun number 1 on the ballot paper. Yeah, my people.
Remember to not give your voting card to anyone.
Don't do it.
Especially those who going around asking for people voting cards.
Oh yeah.
Your voting card is what you will use to vote on election day. The United Party Rescue Team says you should think Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia by voting number 1 on November 14, 2023.